What's going down, baby? Welcome to the Kush Coughfee Morning Show. Man, it sounds really weird to say that, but it's powered by HI.G.H Tv, and this is episode 1, man, and I'm your host, that guy, MileHigh, and today is January 4th, and it is early. It's just me and my dog, Eric B, over here.
Yes, sir.
Doing his thing, helping me out. And, yeah, man, this is the start of a new episode, or I should say a new chapter of not only like my life, but like the transition into doing more media stuff and kind of figuring out what I want to do with all this, you know, social media stuff that I got going on. You like the robe too,
I like
bro?
it, bro. I like
yeah,
it.
you know
like
what I'm saying? I was like, I need to put the robe on today. You know what I'm saying? I need my robe. But yeah, man, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about me so that we can kind of just get that out of the way. My name is Jacob. Most people call me MileHigh. So if you say either of those names, you'll probably get a response out of me, just so you know. But basically, I was in the cannabis industry for a long time, pretty much from the time that I could get into it till recently. And I'm really kind of like back into it now, working with a few different brands, like the one over here that you guys kind of see off to the side, High Grade, shout out to them. And actually the little flower you see down here too, Crystal Leaves, the Cuban Crew, Havana Extracts. I work with all of those people, wonderful people. But I wanted to start to kind of figure out a way to further what I could offer, you know, a cannabis brand, if you will, because it's super hard to advertise or promote or anything like that. So I started to kind of figure out ways to build something a little bit bigger and a little bit more, if you will, extensive for as like I said, for what I can offer them. Because with this whole platform now, we got the podcast, we can do strain reviews, we got, like you see over here, product placement. This is great stuff right here, product placement. We'll be able to do little commercials, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We'll be able to get the people who actually represent these brands onto this show. We'll be doing interviews and whatnot too as well on HI.G.H Tv. So just stay tuned, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing over here, and a little bit about me, because this is all kind of, you know, about me at this point. So, because there's no one else here except for Eric. Shout out to you, Eric. How you like my robe, right?
Bro, I love it.
Yeah,
it's fly, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, we got to do something a little different, and it's early. And if I was at home, I would be in my robe right now, drinking coffee, smoking a blunt, which I need to, let me light that up now too, man. I'm slacking on my lighter right here. But let's get into this, man. So now that we've known about me, my topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and my dog Eric, is the stimulus package, because everybody's getting the stimulus today. Well, if you haven't got it already,
I know a few people that already got it.
Yeah, I'm about to say a few people got it already. So let's talk about this stimulus. I haven't got mine. I'm gonna just put that out there. I haven't got mine yet, so I'm hoping today. You know what I'm saying? Hoping when the bank wake up, that my bank account wake up too. You did.
Extra $600.
Yeah,
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? I got kids too, so I'm gonna get that little extra. Yup. But yeah, man, what do you got planned going for your stimulus package, Eric? Man, you got anything exciting going, productive? Maybe you're just gonna blow it and have fun with it.
Honestly, it'll either sit there or just try to put it to work some way, somehow, bro. Invest in yourself, people. Please.
Big facts.
Please
That's what, man, and I'm glad you brought that up, because that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this. Because I feel like we're gonna get these stimulus packages and people are gonna run out and go buy TVs and Xboxes
PS5.
and PX5s and, you know, all that nonsense that you don't really need.
You don't need it,
You
folks.
don't need it, especially right now. You know what I'm saying? I know we're all bored and we're stuck in the house and shit, but let's be real, man. Like, I know me personally, when this pandemic hit, I got my whole world turned upside down like majority of people did. And one thing that I said to myself is that I will never be this like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. I'll never be this fucked up again behind, you know, something that was not, I guess, planned for or foreseen.
You have no
like
control over.
Yeah, exactly. So I definitely, with the first stimulus package, I know I, you know, spent a little bit and kind of fucked off a little bit. I won't even lie. But we definitely, me and my girl. Yeah. And I think part of that though too, let me, you know, clarify too. Like I've been making money through the pandemic.
Right.
You know, like my money didn't, I know money never, my blah, 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 blah. My money never stopped when the pandemic hit, it definitely slowed down for sure. Like I could definitely be like, oh man, like I felt it. Right. It was like, whoa, like that's not
this
pockets.
Real.
Yeah, my
this
pockets are a little
really
wider than
right
what they normally are. Like I was hurt, but at the end of the day, like I was still making money. I was still able to feed my family and you know, do what I needed to do. And so like the first stimulus package, I know we, you know, me and my girl, we spent a little bit of it, but we did definitely take care of the house too. You know what I'm saying? Right. Buy stuff so that we actually could entertain our kids in the house, because that was one thing we didn't have a whole lot of.
Keep them busy.
Yeah, we were so used to being outside the house all the time. So we definitely, you know, took the opportunity to be able to get our kids stuff to entertain them, and then took care of bills with the rest of it, which, you know, I guess it could have been even used more productively now that I look back. And that's what my plan is with this one, and why I wanted to talk about this whole topic, because this go around, instead of just paying bills and trying to like fix things for this like temporary, you know, 6-month Band-Aid situation, you know, I have a clothing brand, you know, right here. Yeah. Shout out MileHigh Apparel. You know what I'm saying? Go get that. thatguymilehigh.com. And I for a long time, for the last few years, I've been actually working on this brand and trying to get it right. But the one thing that I know that I was doing wrong was treating it too much like a hobby. Like I had got to the point where, yes, this hobby was fun and I was making money, but it was like time to make that transition and take it a little bit more serious, because now this hobby could really take me to the next level and make me money.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm doing with my stimulus package, pretty much. Like I know we have a couple bills we have to take care of, but for the most part, we're investing it into our clothing brand.
Put it to work.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it, bro.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on, and I hope to do some fun things this year with the clothing brand. I'm already in a couple of dispensaries. Shout out to Golden Meds for carrying my merch. Shout out to Crystal Leaves again. You know, one of the spots over here that are sponsored little, you know, product placements over here. You dig what I'm saying? But they carry my merch as well. So if you're in either of those two stores, and in the Golden Meds, they have a few stores. So let me clarify about the Golden Med ones. It's the Santa Fe store, their big superstore down on Santa Fe, just south of downtown Denver. That's the one that you'll find my merch in. And then again, also at Crystal Leaves in Commerce City, and also get some gas over there too. Shout out to the Cuban crew. But yeah, man. So what do you got kind of going with your stuff, Eric, man? I'm gonna talk to you since you're the only one in the room.
Word. Let's hear it.
What do you got going as far as what are you gonna do with yours? Like anything specific? I know you said you want to put it to work, or it's just gonna sit. What if you do put it to work? How are you gonna put yours to work?
So if I do that, the first thing that comes to my mind is camera equipment. You know, I get down on the video game and shit like that. So being a videographer, you gotta, you know, keep up with the times.
Facts.
So I might need a new laptop. Who knows? I might need a new camera. You never know. Yeah.
See,
lenses.
See, and I want to clarify too. At least if you are gonna buy something like materialistic like that, it's at least for work.
Exactly.
Like you know you're gonna make cool. 2-3 times the amount of money that you spent on that equipment. Facts. Using that equipment. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? At least you have a plan to further your business. You know what I'm saying? In any fashion.
Too,
Facts.
You know?
Yeah, because that's one thing. Like I know the hardest part about being an entrepreneur is holding yourself accountable.
Bro.
Like it is the hardest part. Like I won't lie. Like some people I've met that are just really good at it. And a lot of it came with experience. And you know, you talk to them and they're like, oh, I wasn't always like this. But you know, you on the outside looking in, it's like, bro, you're like a machine. You know, I got some homies, that they just go.
Don't stop.
And it's amazing. And like for instance, one that we're gonna be bringing on for an interview, Trap Terrell. That's my dog. A workhorse though. Yeah. Like this dude is a workaholic. Like, I mean, he literally was able to take off the last like month, pretty much 2 months. It seemed like, and you didn't even notice it because he had so much work stacked up, like so much stuff just ready to go that he was able to carry himself literally through the holiday season and spend time with his kids and do all that stuff. And then the last time I spoke to him, even the other day, I want to say he already had stuff ready to go pretty much for all of like January, February, March, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like 3, 4, 5 months ahead already into 2021. Yeah. Like he's like, yeah, bro, I already got it. He sent me like a little a schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For the year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, well, it was for the month or whatever. But he was like, look, bro, I already got my schedule thing made up, you know, that he drops on his Instagram for everybody to know, like, oh, here's the release schedule.
Yeah.
And he's got
dope as
that
fuck.
much content. He could give you
That's
a release
crazy.
schedule. Like, here, this is what I'm doing
It's
for the
coming.
next 6 months. Like,
That's insane, bro.
yeah. And then the crazy thing, too, I remember for Halloween, shout out to his whole Traptober situation that he did, because it was fire. Like,
What is this? Tell me
fire.
more.
So literally, he had October done. Like, he already had the entire month of October done with videos. And then literally we're on the phone one day, or he calls me actually, and he's like, yo, bro, I got this fire ass idea. And I'm like, what? He's like, dog, I'm about to move all these October videos and redo all of them. And I'm like, bro, like October.
That's a lot of work,
bro.
bro.
Yeah. And then at this time, if I remember correctly, like we're like 2 or 3 weeks from October.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Like October
time.
is here.
Yeah,
So like you got this, bro? You really, for sure? It's a fire idea. But okay. But he's like, proceeds to explain it to me, and basically he's like, yo, I'm gonna recreate all the horror stories, because he's a dope ass storyteller rapper.
Okay.
And like I said, when we bring him on, you'll be like, oh, okay,
I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, he's dope storyteller rapper. So he like redid all the horror story like stories in like rap
dope.
form, and like his
Hell yeah.
spin and take on it and shit. And it was fire. And he did it like literally just like, oh yeah, bro, I got this done. I've got them all written up. Oh, is my phone ringing off? Look, that's my time. That's how you know it's early. Oh yeah, phone's over there. I forgot to turn those off. See, that's how you know it's the first show. This is raw, uncut, ready to go. Spark up my blunt. What are you smoking over there, man?
I'm smoking on some Be Good.
Some Be Good.
Yes, sir. Witch's Weed is what it's called.
Yes. Okay.
It's not
okay.
bad. Shout out to Elvis.
Hell yeah. I've had witch's weed before, but I don't think I've had it from that particular grower. I'm smoking on some Slaps #2 from the Cuban Crew.
How's it tasting? What is it?
This one is a Runts cross, if I remember correctly. I forgot the other strain that was a part of it, but I know that it's a Runts is one of the genetics, and it kind of has this like sweet tarts kind of like vibe to it.
Okay.
Where it's almost like it's got like this slight sourness that you get right after you, like the little sweetness that is up front. Like it's an upfront sweet with like this slight little sourness
on the
at the
back
end.
end.
Yeah. Real
I can
subtle.
dig it.
Real subtle. So it just reminds me of like sweet tarts.
Right.
Like straight up.
Hell yeah.
Like those sour sweet tarts or whatever.
I like it.
Yeah, that's what I get off of this. But I really, really enjoy their stuff, man. Like, facts. I mean, you've brought it. I've brought it over here a few times.
Yeah.
Like the Tropicana cookies. That's my
Fire. Fire.
I can't even tell you how much I love that
The
shit.
smell of it, the look of it,
Yeah,
everything.
it's
yes, I remember it.
Yeah, but say I wanted to ask you. We were talking about it earlier. So, and obviously, as we get into these a little bit deeper, they'll be way more structured. You know what I'm saying? And we're just we're winging and having fun. But I was reading this article about the bloodshot eyes.
Right.
And it caught my attention because I had never, as much as I know about weed, I never really understood why your eyes got red. And I never really cared enough to go look it up. But when I stumbled across the article, I decided to read it.
Right.
And it was super interesting. Like literally, the redder your eyes are, the more THC you've consumed. Like
Redder your eyes are, the
Bruh.
more THC you have consumed.
literally. Like you can literally like
So I can tell how high you are. I know how high you are. You ain't
the
that
redder
high.
somebody's eyes are, the higher that person is. Like it messed me up. Obviously there's a whole bunch of scientific stuff behind it.
Right.
Because when you're smoking and everything, your blood pressure, increases because your heart rate, and then as you start to mellow out and your blood pressure lowers, that's where everything starts to happen in the eyes. Dilate and everything.
heavy
blah
and
blah.
all that
Yeah.
shit,
Yep. So. Yeah, you can literally tell how high someone is by how red
Well,
their
we're gonna have
eyes
to
are.
test this theory.
Right, yeah. We should really do that.
Yes, I'm
Bro,
telling you.
that is a fire ass idea.
How red can we get the eyes?
How
Like,
red can you get your eyes? Is it, bro?
I'm with it.
Dog, we have to really see what's up. Somebody's gonna pass out before we fucking get their eyes red enough. I feel like
I don't know. When was the last time you had like a smoking marathon and really like went hard?
every day.
Hey, you fucking right. You know what? God damn it. God damn it. You're fucking right.
Every day.
Do you do dabs?
I don't do dabs anymore. I do them when I have someone in the room that's like, yo, you want to dab? And if I'm feeling it, I'll be like, sure.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I got into the dabs really early back in the day when I was in the industry because I was getting it super cheap, if not for free. Because I, was in just certain positions, being like managers and stuff like that. So that made it super convenient to dab because it wasn't hurting my pockets.
Right.
And I didn't care about all the high expensive rigs and shit. So like, a little cheap ass
nectar collector.
Yeah, bro. Some cheap as shit.
Yeah.
If I break it, I'm not hurt by it.
Hell no.
It doesn't
I'll
hurt
get
my
another
feet.
one that day.
Yeah, bro. Like, so I did went through a dab phase. But the one thing I'll say is that I always stayed faithful and loyal to my blunt though. Okay. Like even as I was in that dab phase, I would like have a blunt rolled and in the ashtray ready. So it's like I took a dab and then I lit the blunt up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like it was like an immediate like transition because for me like the smoking a blunt is just like super like it's everything. Like you get the to feel the weed. You know what I'm saying? You get to break it down. You bust down the leaf or whatever. And then
it's the whole process of doing it. That's what it is.
Intimate
bro.
with it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
From breaking down the blunt to everything, bro.
Yeah, and then even just the fact that it went out, like the fact that I can have this conversation. Yes, like this is what
it helps you not smoke it all.
Yeah, like this is what I like. Is I just like the whole process. And dabs are great for convenience.
If you just want to get really high, really quick. Yeah,
exactly. I was just gonna say if you're just trying to get there, cool.
Dabs
all day.
Quick.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm in a situation where I just need to get there because I gotta be somewhere, or cool. Dabs are great. Yeah. Same with edibles. I put edibles in that same category for myself. Same with vape pens and all that shit. It's all just convenience stuff for me. The only edible, honestly, that I probably do on a regular basis would be the high grade syrup, just because it's so convenient, honestly. And I could pour it into anything. I could cook with it. I can do all sorts of stuff, So I can kind of this is fun because I can be a little more creative and have, a good time with it. But aside from that, like edibles for me are just a convenience, maintenance of the actual high that I want.
Exactly. So I don't really like the waiting game for edibles.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so I've had edibles that work 2 hours later. Yeah. And I've had edibles that worked like the second bite that I took it, bro.
The second bite I took it.
Like the second gummy, it just automatically hit me. It happened one time, and I'll never forget.
See, with the edibles too, like depending on how you're actually taking it too, and I mean, there's a whole bunch of variables to edibles, but when you just eat it and let it go, like straight down the hatch, and you know what I mean, it's usually gonna take longer because you didn't give it enough time to start breaking down in your mouth, and you start absorbing that THC through the saliva glands.
Okay.
So if at that time you did it the second time and you were like, dude, bro, 2 of them did it. Maybe you actually sucked on those ones and didn't realize it or sat them in your mouth longer. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? So you have a more quick reaction to it. That's opposed to having to wait for it to go through the full digestive system. And when it goes through the full digestive system, like you've already broken down and like destroyed a lot of it through like the stomach and you know what I'm saying? And then once you get to the liver, you have to actually have this specific enzyme. I always forget the name of the enzyme, but you can look this up. There's an enzyme that you have to have in your liver to actually, basically take the THC from the liver and actually enter it into the bloodstream. And if you have a lack of this enzyme, you're not going to get as much of the THC as you may want.
Okay.
If you have too much of that enzyme, you'll get it all. So you'll be, you'll have a great time. Yeah. But there's definitely people, you've ever heard that person who's like, bro, I can eat 1,000 milligrams and it doesn't do shit. Because that dude has probably no enzyme in his liver to be able to actually transfer it from the liver to the blood. So there you go.
So that explains because I just ate some edibles like 2 days ago and it didn't do shit to me.
And that could be why. Yeah. Exactly. And that's why the edibles are so drastically different for every person.
Exactly,
because you have
consistent, like them being consistent. It's never consistent.
Yeah,
ever.
Yep,
in any type of way.
The only ways that you can kind of get like a real consistent high is like I said, if you're like doing something sublingual, so sucking on it and letting your saliva glands absorb it. Okay. If you're doing liquids, liquids are great because again, you're gonna absorb it sublingually, and then you're gonna also be absorbing it through like all the intestine tract, and you know what I mean. Like you're gonna get more of it into the body before it actually gets destroyed by the body.
The highest I've ever been in my life was off of a drink.
Bro, me and one of the homies put it was like a quart juice, put a 2,000 milligram one of these in there. Just the two of us?
I don't even want to think about it.
Drank it. We like literally, we challenged ourselves to drink it within an hour.
Oh,
and we did it. I was so high.
Bro.
I was so high. Like to the point where it was almost uncomfortable. But like I couldn't. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I went and I passed out. I went to sleep for like 4 hours. And literally just kind of woke up like, all right, I'm good. You know, like I'm still high as fuck, but I'm good. You know, like, like that little 4 hour nap was like just enough to take the edge off that shit. Cause I was like, God damn.
Yes.
Like if you notice, this one's not even cracked open. This is a 10,000 milligram. I don't know if you guys can see that shit, but it's 10,000 milligrams on this right here.
Where can they find that at?
Wolfpack right now is the only place that you can cop it. I'm not exactly sure how many are left. But yeah, that came with a full experience too. Actually, grab this box. We got this, and if you guys aren't on the visual version of this, the video, you obviously can't see this, so I'll just kind of explain it. But you get this cool-ass box, and the design on the boxes all look relatively the same from a distance, but when you get up on the boxes, there's like actual imprints that are laid out on the boxes, and there's 3 different designs that you may possibly get, so you never know. But inside, open this up, you know, you got the nice little labeling and whatnot. You got the paper, and what would have came inside was the double cups. You get 2 styrofoam cups. You get the THC 10,000 milligram syrup.
10,000, folks.
10,000.
10,000.
Something that ain't never been done on the legal market, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, sir.
You get the authenticity card. You know what I'm saying? Because to show that this is authentic. And then mine, I didn't have any of the coupons or whatever in mine, obviously because I have, you know, I work with this company. So I was like, you know, give those coupons to somebody else. But yeah, we would have got some coupons for like buy one, get ones for pennies. And I'm pretty sure a T-shirt voucher as well.
Hell yeah.
And then there was actually, I'm forgetting something. We threw a piece of glass in here too, a cool little chillum. You know what I'm saying? The little chillum. Yeah, just, you know, something simple. And then it's got the little pink, or I was going to say pink, it's a purple little like raindrop on there too. You know, hard. Something just to kind of add a little flair to it.
Make sure everybody go get some of that. Jacob and everybody at High Grade put their heart and soul into this shit. They did it. They killed it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yes, I had a good time with this project. This was the first like official project that I did with High Grade, because I had worked with them on like some consulting stuff back in the day, and then, you know, kind of came back into do some more of that, and it kind of just developed into, you know, a friendship and this whole situation right here. So yeah, I was really excited. Yeah, it's really dope. Wolfpack. It's limited. Once this one's done, it's done, you won't be able to get this 10K no more. You know what I'm saying? We may do some other 10K stuff down the road, but I'm not gonna make any promises. I'm just gonna say, as far as I know, this is the only time you're gonna get the opportunity to get a 10,000 milligram edible.
Yes, sir. Hell yes.
on the legal market, like literally going into a store and be like, I want that. 10K.
10K.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming in and doing this with me. We're gonna keep these just real, you know, I feel like simple, short, and as we kind of just get into them, we'll definitely, you know, they'll get
just
better.
Get better and better.
Yeah, they'll just get better. Yeah, we just wanted to. This is that first one we had to get out, get the jitters, see how the vibe was as far as just the back and forth, because it's weird to just talk to a camera and hold a real conversation all day. So I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And yeah, I look forward to it, because we'll definitely get some guests in here next time, or not next time, but one of these times. Mm-hmm. And moving forward, we'll definitely just kind of have more of a structure and everything as well on our end as we learn and grow with this whole situation. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this whole process, enjoyed my robe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, this is an every time thing, right?
Yeah, we go. Hey, this is we gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, designate the robe to this goddamn podcast.
This morning show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Yeah,
I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? That cushion coffee.
Hey,
cushion coffee. Speaking of that, let me get some of my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to 7-Eleven though. I ain't gonna lie. I like 7-Eleven's coffee.
Oh, bro, I fuck with it all the time. The hot chocolate, all of it. I need it all.
Yeah, I ain't gonna flex.
I'm fucking with all of it.
But I love you guys, man. There is no me without you. Ours, remember, live your life high, honest, intelligent, genuine, humble. Make sure you attack the day with, you know, all the positive vibes that you got, because I promise that you'll get them in return. And that's how it works. When you give out that good vibe, you only get that type of vibe back. So I love y'all. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all later.